Okay, let's dive into this. We're going to talk about a feeling that, let's be honest, we all know. That feeling of frustration. When you feel let down, or misunderstood, or just plain annoyed by the people in your life. But what if I told you the real source of that frustration isn't actually them? What if it's a secret set of rules you're carrying around in your own head? I mean, seriously, think about it for a second. Your partner who didn't get you the right gift, that coworker who finished a project but not the way you would have done it, or the friend who didn't call right when you thought they should have. All these little moments, they stack up, right? And they can leave you feeling pretty disappointed and just disconnected. And here it is. This is the big idea for today. Every single one of us is walking around with this invisible rule book. It's a personal list of expectations for how other people should act. And here's the kicker. Nobody else has a copy. They haven't seen it, they don't know the rules, and yet we get so upset when they break them. So today, we're going to expose that rulebook. All right, let's turn to the first chapter in this secret book. And honestly, this is probably the most common one. It's the rule that says our way of doing things is the only right way. It's the ultimate my way or the highway trap. Now, this is so important. This isn't about having low standards, not at all. It's about realizing that your standards are exactly that. They're yours. They are a totally unique product of your life, your experiences, your brain. They aren't some universal law that everyone else is supposed to automatically know and follow. So on the one hand, you've got the expectation. This rigid belief that everything, from how you handle a project to how you load the dishwasher, has one single correct way to be done, and that's your way. But the reality, on the other hand, is so much more interesting. People have completely different ways of thinking, different skills, different ways of seeing the world, and when we let go of that super rigid expectation, we actually open ourselves up to learning from them, instead of just getting mad at them. Okay, so this first rule about our personal standards, well, it often leads directly into our second and very, very tricky one. This one operates totally silently, and man, is it a major source of resentment. I'm talking about the expectation that the people who care about us should also be psychic. This one probably hits home for a lot of us, right? We drop hints, we give the look, we go quiet, we do all these things just hoping the other person will magically figure out what we need or what's wrong. We tell ourselves, well, if they really cared, they would just know. So you can see the problem here. The expectation on the left, it basically turns caring into a test that people are almost guaranteed to fail. But the reality is that healthy, strong relationships are built on good communication, not on telepathy. Clearly saying what you need isn't a sign that the relationship is weak. It's an act of kindness to yourself and to the other person because it gives them a real shot to actually be there for you. And that brings us to the final rule in the book, and maybe the most unforgiving one of them all. This is the one that has zero room for error, zero room for bad days, and zero room for just being human. It's the impossible demand for perfection. It's kind of funny, isn't it? None of us would ever claim to be perfect ourselves, and yet we can so easily hold other people to this totally impossible standard. We expect them to always say the right thing, to never forget an important date, to never mess up at work, to basically be flawless. I mean, the gap between these two columns is just massive. Expecting perfection doesn't just set other people up to fail, it denies them the grace to just be human. The reality is that mistakes are how we grow. Our flaws are part of what makes us interesting. Being imperfect is the one thing we all have in common, and embracing that is how we really connect with each other. So there you have it. Those are the three big ones: your standards, mind reading, and perfection. But, just knowing about them is only half the battle. So how do we actually start breaking these rules? Okay, recognizing these rules in yourself is a huge first step. But the real goal here is to close this secret rulebook for good. So how do we actually do that? How do we trade in all this frustration for something a little more peaceful, a little more realistic? It really boils down to these three powerful actions. Instead of just imposing your standards on everyone, get curious. Actively try to appreciate different ways of doing things. Instead of waiting for someone to read your mind, take responsibility and just communicate what you need. And instead of demanding the impossible, practice embracing the messy, beautiful reality of being human in other people and, in yourself too. So this isn't just some abstract idea. It's a real, practical shift you can start making in your life today. So I'll leave you with this question.
Take a look at your own life, your own frustrations. Which one of these unspoken rules is causing you the most trouble? And what's just one small thing you can do, starting right now, to begin breaking it?